Welcome to our show, guys. In the last few days, we have been witnessing an impressive rally in the crypto market, with Bitcoin raising about 20% since the beginning of the year, and a lot of altcoins like Bitcoin SV and Dash posting impressive gains. So in this kind of situation, it's very easy to get caught up by FOMO and make very bad decisions. On the other hand, you cannot miss out on these kind of opportunities. So what do you think, guys? What's the wisest decision that a trader can do in this kind of situation?
Going to be a supporting factor in the market. So I think there is definitely a chance that we've seen the low. I'm a chartist, and my charts are constructive, and perhaps the rally as we have right now will have fits and starts, we'll have corrections along the way. But I see Bitcoin going higher. I see it going much higher. And so from my perspective, this is a market where I want to be long. I don't want to chase rallies. I want to try to be as comfortable as possible with my size and hang on for dear life.
Alessio, what's your view on the situation? Like, we saw this rally, and a lot of people are foaming in. Do you think it's time to step back and wait and try to make a decision based on rationality? What's your approach to this situation?
I kind of disagree that we've reached FOMO. I think we haven't even got there yet. I think Peter and yourself, Giovanni, you're on the right track when you said that I think majority of people actually are in disbelief. I think a lot of the majority of the people in the Bitcoin community at the moment are in the disbelief stage, or at least they were a few days ago. So I've been bullish now on Bitcoin at least for a couple of weeks, since beginning of this month, as a matter of fact, January. A week ago, actually, I posted a video saying pretty much what Peter just said, that I think we've likely bottomed. And over a week ago now, I posted another video that I said basically if Bitcoin goes over 7,600, that's it. This is a bullish move, and I'll be bullish. So I've been bullish now for at least for a few weeks. Where I would disagree with Peter is on this point. And actually, again, I see where Peter's coming from, and I think there is a high probability we've bottomed here. I still think the probability is not that high. I mean, it's high, but it depends how you measure it. I would say it's about 65% probability that we've probably bottomed here. I would like to be more bullish than that. The only reason is we've seen these kind of breakouts before. We've seen how Bitcoin on the weekly chart breaks out of a channel, breaks above the moving average, like the 21 moving average, and then a few weeks afterwards, it kind of fails and moves back down again. Now, I'm not saying that's what's going to happen here. I don't think it's going to happen like that. But again, it's a probability. And as I know Peter is a probabilities guy, as I am as well, I would say, look, we just need to see how this weekly, we need another week of positive momentum, pushing it above the 21-week average. I am bullish on Bitcoin, and I remain to be bullish on Bitcoin as long as we remain above 8,000 to 8,200. 8,200 is a weekly 21 moving average. We need to remain above that at least for another couple of weeks, at least another week, I'd say. And if we do that, great. I think Bitcoin has a good chance of lifting off here and going significantly higher. But as long as it remains above 8,000, 8,200. 8,000 is the cutoff point for me.
What is the best way for someone to make money with crypto at the moment, according to you, Peter?
Well, I think it's kind of a loaded question, Giovanni. I mean, that's the problem, is a lot of the relatively new people who have come into speculative markets because of Bitcoin, their attitude is, how do I make money now? That's the wrong question. I mean, the right question is, how do you position yourself to make money over a longer period of time, and in the meanwhile, keep your risk at the margins. And it's the immediacy. I want to make money now. I mean, that's why we tend to get booms and busts in markets, is people become short term. I think you make money long term by preparing yourself now, not necessarily making money now. And I just think that the longer term, the way to make money is try to accumulate quality during times when people want to be sellers. And right now we're in an up stage in Bitcoin. My opinion is Bitcoin can go to 100,000. It's not going to go there day after day after day. There's going to be periods of days and weeks, perhaps even months ahead of us, where we see Bitcoin come under pressure. It's in periods like that where a person wants to broaden their horizon and not think about today or next hour or next week, but how do you position yourself to benefit if Bitcoin goes to $100,000 or more, and so that's the mindset I think someone has to come in. As they're just trying to get themselves positioned for a larger story, for a bigger gain, and a broader perspective. So I guess that's how I'd answer that.
So would you say that this is a time where it's good to accumulate Bitcoin?
Well, we've had a good run here. I mean, I think definitely people have to have their foot in the water. I'm not sure somebody who is brand new to Bitcoin or does not have a position in Bitcoin wants to jump off of a high diving board at this point into shallow water. But I think anybody who is interested in what Bitcoin has to offer has to have at least 10-20% of an ownership position relative to the capital that they could commit to Bitcoin in a bigger perspective.
Okay, Alessio, what do you think is the best way at the moment for a trader to profit from the current situation and make money with crypto?
Well, I'm not a short-term trader. Most of my positions are, again, as Peter was saying, long-term, so position trades or swing positions. For me personally, I would say at the moment, I'm long, and I think that's probably the more sensible way to be on Bitcoin, unless we fall below the support positions that I mentioned earlier. Best thing to do is, I would say 3 things, and this can be applied not just to Bitcoin but most markets, but I think these principles I would stick to. Number 1, whenever everybody is on one side, have got into the extreme, try and be on the other side. So like people recently have been on the bearish side, it's good to do the opposite. At some point in the very near future, you're going to see the exact opposite. I think Bitcoin probably will go into some kind of parabolic rally. Once that happens, be very careful. Number 2, have an exit strategy. Now, if you're a hodler, you're holding forever, then maybe this won't be of much help to you. But if you're looking to trade Bitcoin, then definitely you got to have an exit position. So whether it's a trailing stop, whether it's a target, whatever, you just got to have an exit position. And 3. Protect your bottom line. Protect yourself against when the price does something which goes against your original plan. If the reason why you got into the market is no longer present or valid, you got to get out. As simple as that. So you got to have an exit strategy, not just for profits, but also for protecting yourself against risk. Simple as that.